When we say we want a reunion, this is what we're talking about. We want our questions answered. We want surprise special guests. We want receipts pulled to get to the bottom of why some of these couples made it or may not. Y'all, welcome back again to my little TikTok channel. It's your girl Tasha, and we're going over Married at First Sight Season 2. Either Netflix or Amazon Prime, one of y'all put Married at First Sight South Africa. We need it. You guys already know, most of my channel is going to be about exploring narcissistic behaviors. And from the jump to Tsepo and old church boy, y'all can say whatever you want to say. There are two of the same person. One is just a little bit more overt. The other one's a little bit more covert. They both move the same way. It is that control. It's that manipulation. Now, I was going to just say the experts did a bad job altogether. However, they came to on two different occasions. The first one is when they held old church weirdo boy accountable for his behavior and said he's very smart. She peeped game. She saw what I saw. He was able to hide a lot of his behavior because Mukata had more of a big personality. Bravado is going to tell you exactly what she's thinking. This man knew from the jump it wasn't going to work out. He knew that he was going to play the, I'm just a good Christian man and I'm just going to stand beside her until she just acts right. Boy, please. When she said it on camera, you drinking, you're smoking, you carrying on behind the scenes. Who are you? They probably would have gotten along better if he would have just kept it real. Because I'm going to tell you right now, why you and Mikado got that friend Cat in common? Cat looked like, I ain't going to go there. Anyways. And the way he smirked was very creepy. The way that he made sure, alongside with Mikado, oh, I got a fiance. Well, I've been engaged. Boy, don't nobody care. Does your fiance know? Tasha, leave it alone. Speaking of Mikado, why'd you come on here looking like Princess Tiana? Face is beat, honey. Loved it. Skin was glowing. I even like the color of the dress. I just did not like the cuts. We could have done something else. In the hair, it's even though I liked the look we were going for, maybe if we were going for a more like all over wet, early 2000s, look like you're dancing in the rain type of look, that would have sufficed better. Which takes me to Portia. Portia, don't you do this hair again, girl. Don't do this wig again. We don't like it. No. I would have liked part in the middle, blunt, bob, clean, timeless. Not so much on the eyes. The eyes were too heavy. The purple and it wasn't. We need Glamour Magazine Africa. I want you to look airbrushed. I want you to look ready. This, we just needed to tone it down a little bit so we could really see the true beauty. I don't have much to say about her and Bugani because clearly they have called it quits. I was a bit optimistic for them, but I can understand why he was like, never mind. However, I do think that Portia, to me, she looks like she'd be willing to give it another go. That was very interesting to know that she was married before. I would have liked to hear a little bit more about her first marriage. Nalisa. Girl, I like you. You seem real sweet. But when Sonano came down to the set and said to the production, hey, I have a question for y'all. And she pulled the receipts. No matter which way you turn it, it's giving Brad and Angelina Jolie to Jennifer Aniston. But I can't even be Team Jennifer because what Brad did with Jennifer, he did it on Gwyneth Paltrow. Okay, y'all need to know y'all history. Amen. What is the moral of the story? This man went to go and test greener pastures to make sure, like, is it safe for me to jump ship? The part that's so weird is that Nalisa really looks like Smanono's younger sister. They look alike. Child, don't you have no baby with no man and you ain't got no real commitment, girl. Okay. We are not here for it. Amen. See, I'm going to do things God's way. Okay. Anyways, I'm down the road. If anything were to happen, Nalisa, we don't want to hear it. We don't want to hear a book. We don't want to hear a podcast. We don't want to see you back on another series because you kept trying to change the narrative of what this was. This woman came with proof that they were very much so still together. And I'm glad the experts called her out on it because they needed to shut it down. So I saved the best for last. To Tsepo and Palesa. There's nothing nobody could say down to this TikTok that's going to make me not like to Palesa. You're not. I love the fact that as soon as this wrapped, she went into therapy. She came on here ready to take accountability, and she was able to articulate herself very well without really blowing a gasket like we saw in the last episode. I think that's really important because we were able to see her point all the way through. I believe her when she said Bugani's dating somebody else. I do. That man ain't finna wait. There's something about him that said, he's not gonna wait. Portia might wait a little bit, but not Bugani. I did not care for the entire look. There was this one scene where I saw she didn't have a unit on and she had like a short little blonde. I like that. I like the fact that you could really see her features. I just would have chosen something better. I don't even know what I would have put her in, but it would not have been this look. It just was too puffy. It was too over the top. I didn't care for the baby blue on her. I would have liked, bright colors. I want her to take more of a Viola Davis dressing approach. Viola Davis she does not stay clear, her stylist rather, from bright, bold colors, and it just brings out the beauty of her skin. I would have liked to see Palesa in that. It's really irritating that we had to spend a whole segment on clarifying what abuse is or is not. You would think that in this adult world with all of these intelligent people that would be clear, and apparently it is not. I'm glad that she doubled down and went, it was not physical. And I feel like it was a little bit, everybody was like, oh, and I didn't like that. Financial, emotional, mental is just as bad. And it just lets you know, baby, we have our issues here in America, but it's still giving very much this is absolutely Africa, South Africa. Like, we just going to downplay physical violence. I didn't care for that too much. That was a bit disturbing. And I really believe that the experts dropped the ball on the fact that it is clear that Tsepo is giving narky poo. He's giving MPD. The fact that the ex-girlfriend had to come on this show. Now y'all believe Palesa? The girl is saying the same exact experience Palesa had. The same exact thing. And here's the thing. That's why narcs never want you to talk to their ex. Narcs never want you to talk to ex-church members or people that they don't have control over because they can't control the narrative. Because if they can't control the narrative, they can't stop you from drawing a conclusion. And for you to get in a position that you're not crazy, it's not you and you're not bugging. And I think Palesa really did need this. Now, she ain't tell the truth about not reaching out for her. She did. But I'm glad that the ex came, gave us a clear establishment of time. I mean, she was so clear and just direct. Tsepo couldn't lie about the timeline. You was talking to this girl during this production. And on top of all of that, which proves the point where you were playing in Palesa's face when you brought up the polygamy thing. You like it, you want it, you're indirectly telling this girl, no matter what, you're going to have to share me. And then he tried to act like that's not what he said and that's not what he meant. This is exactly how he moved. Y'all, this was a good show. Well, let's bring on season 3. I would be interested. Now I got to find a way to watch season 1.